Welcome to In Focus. I'm Pat Uliano, the host this evening, and we have with us here Tommy Vee.
Hello.
The son of the famous Jerry Valley. Tommy, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a
and
pleasure.
we have one of Tommy's clients. We have Bruce Stetson. Bruce, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's great. We're gonna have fun tonight because your dad was on a couple of months ago, and he was talking about the lap band procedure, but we know you're not doctors.
Right.
So the new thing is the lap band via hypnosis.
It's the hottest topic in hypnosis worldwide. We actually call it the Virtual Gastric Band program.
All right.
And you want to hear the theory behind it?
Absolutely.
Theory is, well, obviously we are not surgeons. We don't do surgery in the office, but the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real or pretend. So the clients come in and we hypnotize them and walk them through an imaginary surgery, not blood and guts, but visualize yourself in the hospital, and then we place this band on your stomach. So the subconscious thinks the band is on, and our clients are eating as if they've had the surgery. They eat 3 small meals a day.
Okay.
And that's how it works.
All right. How many people have shown a lot of interest in this?
A lot of people.
Okay. I know your dad was talking about people that would be a risk going under anesthesia for something that would be surgical.
Right.
So that would be the first thing that you're nervous about. So this would be the alternative for something like that. I'm going to ask you, Bruce, what made you to decide to go to Tommy Vee versus having this done surgically? Was there a medical reason, or?
It was a medical reason. I do have heart disease.
Okay.
And my weight was affecting my health tremendously.
Okay.
No matter what I tried, nothing worked.
Okay. This was the alter. How did you find out about Jerry and Tommy?
I met Tommy's father at my dentist's office.
Really?
And
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
We had a conversation. He asked me a few questions, and he simply said, I can help you.
Amazing.
And that's all I needed to hear.
Okay. How long has it been?
I started the program. My first meeting with Tommy was on January 21st.
Okay.
31st.
January 31st?
Yeah.
Of this year?
Of this year.
I forgot when I had your
Just a
dad
month.
on.
Yeah, it was a couple of months ago. We do 4 sessions.
Oh, so you weren't one of the people that Jerry was talking about then originally. So you've only been in the program for 3 months?
Right.
1 month. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was trying to.
Okay. So I've been in the program for 1 month, and as of weigh-in this morning, I've lost 14.8 pounds.
Really? Well, congratulations. That is terrific. Do you feel that you're doing something different? Why is it different this time? Other than the hypnosis, why do you feel as though it's different this time and you're successful versus going on a regular diet?
I've tried all of the weight loss programs that
Yep.
are out there, and they're tremendous. There's nothing wrong with any of them. They work. They didn't work for me. I would lose the weight, and I'd put twice as much weight back on.
Okay.
This program tunes your mind, and it's a whole different way of thinking about food, and have a voice that always comes out when you're about to reach for something that says, why? Why do you need that?
Really?
So all of those habits of just reaching for things over the years have gone away.
And that was with, okay, let me ask you, 1 session?
After the first session, it started to kick in a little bit, but I still had a lot of questions.
Okay, so what was your follow-up, Bruce? What has been your follow-up? And then I'll ask you what it is that you do. How often do you have to be reinforced? How often do you feel as though you have to be reinforced?
The recommendation from Tommy was to be reinforced at least once a day. There is a CD that you listen to each night. And the CD has actually, I can tell, has put me back under hypnosis when I'm listening to it.
Really?
I would say probably 75% of the time that I listen to that CD, I am in a very, very deep comfort state.
When do you listen to it, Bruce?
At night, right at bedtime.
Okay, so do you bring it to bed with you? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's, what do they call that, Tommy?
I sleep with my clients. No, I mean,
Oh, great.
It's good.
Okay.
It's going through self-hypnosis,
Yeah, yeah.
and hypnosis needs reinforcement, the client, or else it can wear off.
Is that, no, I was thinking of the power of suggestion. What is
Yeah.
that, the sublime? Subliminal?
Subliminal.
Is that what that is?
No, subliminal
what is it?
are messages that you don't know that are coming at you.
Okay.
Like hidden music and
Yep.
video and so on.
This is
a recording, an audio recording
Yep.
of the hypnotist that originated this program, Sheila Granger in England. So he listens to a woman's voice.
Oh.
And I probably have made you a CD too, I'm not sure. But he listens to it at night as you fall asleep because hypnosis wears off. You have to reinforce it.
Does it?
So yeah,
How
it can
often?
wear off.
Okay.
So you have a CD to listen to. You can also reinforce it by coming back for another session. Mm-hmm. So live reinforcement, and then we can customize it. So Bruce, our program is 4 visits, and you come in about once a week for 4 visits.
Okay. So that's for 1 month. That's after the initial hypnotism.
Each time is hypnosis.
Hypnosis is done.
Yeah.
Oh, each time it
Oh,
is?
yeah.
Okay.
You come
all
in
right.
you come in once a week,
Yep.
approximately for 4 weeks.
Yep.
And you get hypnotized
How
by me.
long does this process take each time?
You're in the office. Well, the hypnosis is brief. It's probably about 25 minutes.
All right.
But the first session is a little bit longer because of the interview and explanation about hypnosis.
Okay.
And then the other 2, 3, and 4 are shorter.
Okay.
But they're reinforcing that the band is on, and 3 meals of food per day will satisfy you.
Yep.
And
It's the
that's
same
about
thing
it,
for the
yeah.
first, it's the same thing for 4 weeks. You
Well,
tell them,
the wording is different.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the wording is different.
All right, let me
Some
ask,
of it's the same, but there are different suggestions in there.
all right, let me ask you, Bruce. You've already done your 4 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. At the end of or in the middle of your first week, did you feel as though you had to call Tommy, or did you feel as though you were losing the potency of the hypnosis that you had just gone under? In other words, like at the end of the day, or if you're taking ibuprofen, you know when 4 hours or 6 hours
Right.
are up. That's what I guess I'm trying to get at. Did you know?
At the end of the first week, heading towards the second week or my second appointment, I could actually feel things strengthening, just the opposite,
Oh,
which
okay.
was what really encouraged me on this program.
In other words, your willpower and your being able to
Right.
stay away from the larger portions.
Yeah, when you notice yourself at dinner time taking a small plate and not a big plate,
Okay.
and putting a small amount on that small plate and eating half of that and saying, I've had enough, I just don't feel like eating anymore.
All right.
That's magic. I mean, that has never happened to me before. And
Okay.
that's continued. That has not changed over the 1 month period of time.
Okay. And you feel full. That's what you feel full.
You feel satisfied.
What was your, if I'm getting too personal, just say
It's
it.
okay.
Your eating habits prior to having this done. Did you just eat to eat?
You ate what was on the plate.
Did you do a lot of picking?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, if you sat down and watched a hockey game, you had
Yeah.
a bowl of peanuts in front of you. And,
Yeah.
if you were out with your buddies, you had something to eat there. And, I mean, it was no limits.
So are you doing that now?
No, not interested.
So your meals are just your meals,
Yeah.
and there's no in between.
Very little in between. And what I do have in between, I think about now, and I never used to think about it. It just comes natural now to think about what is it that I'm going to have. I'm not
Okay.
going to have, sit down and make myself a roast beef sandwich at 10 o'clock at night because I feel a little bit hungry.
Yep.
I have that glass of water. The hunger goes away, and if the hunger is still there, I have some popcorn.
That's it.
That's it.
He said a couple important words a few minutes ago. I'm not interested
Yeah.
in the picking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You lose interest in it, which is great.
Okay.
So it's important that our clients aren't feeling deprived, because diets work, all diets. You follow them, they work.
Well, you have to have the willpower too, and
Right.
mostly diets that you have on the outside, it's you controlling what you eat.
Right.
Although it says you're supposed to do this, if you yourself are thinking, I'm still hungry, I'm going to go get
It's
us.
no fun. It doesn't last.
Right.
But if you're not hungry and you're satisfied, it can last.
All
Because
right.
you get excited.
I'm going to ask you a question, and again, people are going to say, yeah, you happen to be a success story, and in the second half, we're going to have Maria in here, and she's going to be another one of your success stories. What is the percent? And be honest, because,
I will.
people around here, they see me, they see you, and they're going to say, listen, don't pull my leg on this stuff.
Okay.
What's the percent of people that, like Bruce and Maria, just go to you, do the 4 weeks, and have done. How long have you been doing this?
We started last March.
Okay,
and
so
Maria,
it'll be-
Maria was, by the way, was in our first class, which was a group.
Okay, so Maria is the year one
1 year,
that we're going to
right,
look at.
right.
You are
Recent.
recent. Okay,
And-
in
and,
between.
Hypnosis doesn't work for everybody. It's not guaranteed. It's not 100%.
When, do you know that when they first come in to see you?
Do they know that?
No, do you know that when you're talking to your client?
Whether they're going to make it or not?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I get a feeling. I can see someone who's motivated as opposed to somebody who's not motivated.
Well, obviously,
Or-
that's helpful to be motivated.
Yeah, but some people they resist sometimes, or they're there because their wife wants them to be there.
Yep.
They're quitting smoking because the doctor said to quit smoking.
Yep.
So, you pick up on things like that, and I try not to be judgmental and expect everybody to do well.
Okay.
But Bruce was very motivated to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got some motivation for health reasons too.
Okay.
And it's working for him, which is great.
Percent-wise.
Percentage-wise, I haven't done the numbers yet, but I would say it's in the 80% range.
That are successful?
Yeah. Not everybody that has gone through this program
Not
has
bad.
done well.
Okay.
There's been a couple that have disappeared, they haven't come back.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about them.
Yeah. Have you had some that have gone through the process and not lost any weight at all?
No.
None.
No. Everybody's lost some weight, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once this starts, is it up to Bruce and any one of your clients how long you need to be on this program, or can at some point Bruce say, I don't need you anymore, and continue to be successful?
Right. Well, I think it's developing a lifestyle, new eating habits.
Yep.
And it really is up to the client whether he wants to keep it this way or change it or make an adjustment. But yeah, it's up to the client. I assume that the clients love these new eating habits and they don't need to change it unless they want to tighten it up a little bit.
Right.
But you're doing pretty good, and you'd
That's
like
great.
to stay this way forever, I think.
And you feel
I
good?
want to be thinner.
And you
Right.
and you feel good?
Yes, I feel terrific.
That's all that counts.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna take a slight break, and we're gonna
Okay.
get Maria on, and we're gonna see what a year in your program, see what her thoughts are after being there a
Right,
year.
we'll get a different
But
view.
I thank you so much, and
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Thank you for
I'm
having
sure
me.
you seem you're going to be motivated, and you have a reason to be. So I'm sure you'll be very successful. Come on back. We'll be back here with Maria. Hello, welcome back to In Focus, and now we have a different client. We have Maria Caruso. Maria, nice for you to come tonight.
Thank you.
Nothing to be nervous about.
Okay.
Okay. So we asked Bruce, he's only been in the program a very short time. You, on the other hand, it was Jerry Valley, it was your dad who told me about Maria. He was so excited about your success from day one when we had him on the show. And I guess what I want to do is compare the fact that Bruce is a short term client, or short, what?
Recent client,
Recent,
maybe?
recent client, yes, and you've been there for a year. You're a veteran. You've been there since the beginning of the program.
Yes, it'll make a year next week.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You heard about it now he heard about it in dentist's office. How did you hear about this?
My stepfather is a friend of Jerry's, his
Yeah.
dad, and I had gotten to the point where I was a little, I'm not sure how to say it, I guess I'm tired of trying other programs, and it was kind of my last straw.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, can you get in touch with Jerry and just inquire about hypnosis and get me some information? So I called Jerry. Jerry had asked me to call him, and he told me about the program and asked me if I was interested in trying it. And I thought, why not? What have I got to lose besides some weight?
Yeah.
And so I did. I tried it, and that was the best decision I ever made.
Really? Can I ask you how much weight you've lost?
Close to 80 pounds. I'm
Really?
at 78. And I reached that around Christmas time.
That's terrific.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, out of all, and I know we've all been on diets at one point or another in our lives, okay? Some successful, some not, some short term, some, it have lasted longer. Obviously, you've been doing this for a year, Maria. Have you ever found at any point during the year you've walked into your kitchen? Because I know, I've been on a gazillion diets, and I've taken everything that they've advertised on TV. Walked into your kitchen and said, you know what, I need to have this Thin Mint. Because a Girl Scout just delivered the box of cookies to me, right? I need to eat
We've
them.
all been there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I still like what I like.
Okay.
And if I want a Thin Mint, I
Yeah.
can have a Thin Mint.
Okay.
And it ends right there.
One.
Yeah, yes.
So
in all
what-
honesty, it took me quite a while. Ice cream is my downfall.
Yep.
And it took me until Mother's Day to actually allow myself to have some. Not because I wasn't allowing myself, I just didn't want it. And we were out for Mother's Day and I said, why not? You can have a little bit and enjoy it. And I truly enjoyed it.
You didn't want it after?
No, I didn't even want it before. I just
Really?
thought I'll have a little bit because it's Mother's Day and I'm out with my family.
Yeah.
I feel very in control of what I didn't have control of before,
Wow.
and that's the honest truth.
That's amazing. It really is. I mean, I've talked to your dad about hypnosis before, and we've had a show where he's actually tried to hypnotize, or he did, 3 people. One was insistent that he couldn't be hypnotized, and he was the one that was the biggest fool, okay, after the whole process was done, doing silly things. But I think people have a hard time really and truly believing. Do you have a lot of people that come to you that no matter what you do, Tommy, they're just non-believers, and will they allow you to hypnotize them just to prove a point, or do you do that just to prove that they can be?
Well, in our interview, I ask about your background. Have you been hypnotized before? What do you know about it? What don't you know about it? If I feel they're skeptical, we have to clear the air. Because anybody can go into hypnosis if they allow it. If somebody resists or fights it, usually the reason they're resisting is they have a fear of something about hypnosis. So we cover those things. Like they might say, well, what if I get stuck in hypnosis? What if I reveal my secrets? What if I run around like a chicken? Stuff like that. So we cover all that in the pre-talk.
Okay.
We don't do the chickens, we do ducks here. It's a joke. You can't get stuck in hypnosis. We don't ask you your secrets. We stick to our agenda, weight loss. And we get rid of all the misconceptions, and most people will go into it. Plus, there are things that we do during the session, like a testing to make sure they're in hypnosis, and then we bring that back up. In other words, to explain it, we have them lock their eyelids during the session.
Okay.
And they can't open their eyelids for a certain point.
Yep.
Then after the session, we emerge them from hypnosis, and then we explain to them, and a lot of them will still say, I don't know if I was hypnotized because I heard everything you said.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're not asleep.
All right.
It's just like talking like we are now, except your eyes are closed. So at the end, I will say to them, do you remember you locked your eyes and you couldn't open them? And they'll say, yes. And what did you think about that? Most people are amazed by that. I tried to open my eyes, but I couldn't.
They remember that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you remember everything. When you come out of hypnosis, you remember what has been said to you? Okay.
Yes, you don't even really know that. I didn't know if I was hypnotized the first night. I thought, did it work? Did it not work? And then when I went to eat, the next morning it all changed.
Really?
It truly, yes.
You didn't feel like it, or you
No, I got so full, like so quickly.
Right away?
So quickly, yes. It just feels like your stomach is
Oh,
much
my.
smaller, and you eat, and then you just reach a point that you just feel like you can't eat anymore after a small amount.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
is.
hypnosis is not magic,
Right.
but it can be magical. I like to say it
Well,
like that.
I mean, it comes with a bad rap, just like a lot of different professions and everything else. You know, every time you see a silly movie, no, I shouldn't say a silly movie. Every time you see a movie like a Columbo or somebody like that, okay, and I know there was one that, and I remember what it was. He was hypnotizing people, or it was sleight of hand kind of thing. And it always comes with a bad connotation when you see on TV somebody being hypnotized. They're either killing somebody or doing something crazy. So I think that when you see it and it's for real,
It's real.
people are hesitant because they don't take it seriously. They think it's
Right.
just like chiropractors.
Right.
You know, I've had a
We
chiropractor
are-
on here, and you know, it's funny to hear the thought of people years ago. You don't go to a chiropractor. He's going to cripple you. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. And then you have him sitting here and giving all his credentials and what it is that he really does. say, gee, you know, for so many years people thought differently about that certain, I want to say procedure, but profession.
Right.
So
They used to be, they weren't licensed years ago. You left a donation when you went to see a chiropractor. Mm-hmm. I think you had to go to New Hampshire, if I remember right, from being a kid. Now they're licensed.
Yep.
They accept insurance. So
Yes.
we are kind of going through that same process.
I think your dad, yeah, he mentioned that.
We've come a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, 20, 30 years ago, there weren't that many hypnotists. Now there's lots of them.
But are they all qualified to do what you do?
Probably not. I mean, you know, there's no licensing. That's the problem.
Is there any certifications?
There are, but they're not required. You could become a hypnotist tomorrow morning, open up your shop and say, I'm helping people lose weight or stop smoking with zero credentials. There's no licensing. I'm against that.
Yep.
You know, because it's to protect the public.
Yep.
To be a hairdresser or to get your
Right,
nails
exactly.
done, you need a permit or a license. But right now, there is nothing like that.
Okay.
So if you do go to a hypnotist like us or someone else, maybe someone in your town, you want to check their credentials and make sure we are certified by the National Guild of Hypnotists. You don't need that, but we are.
Okay.
So if whoever you go see, check out their credentials. How long have you been doing this? Where did you get your training and so on?
All right. Maria, when you decided to do this, was there, and I asked Bruce that, if you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to answer it. You don't have to do anything on the show. You can just sit here. Okay. You know, we just muddle through for a half hour, and we put it all together. But what motivated you? You said that you tried everything, but we all have. So what was it that just had you?
I had been on a particular program and done well, and it's a healthy eating lifestyle, and I know what to do. And I cook healthy. We don't have a lot of fast food all the time, here and there. What happened was I had lost weight, and then I slowly gained it back, and I knew that it was all in my mind. I knew that if somebody could just flip that switch in my mind and just change, I was snacking and saying to myself, why are you having this? You're not hungry. It was just mindless. And I knew that it was all in my mind because I knew I shouldn't be having what I was having. I knew what to eat, I knew when to eat, but I wasn't doing what I should be doing.
Okay.
So it's mind over matter.
Yes.
And this is what I thought might help me going to Tommy and Jerry.
And it did.
It did, absolutely. Nothing has ever worked for me like this.
Wow. Okay. How often do you need reinforcement? Did you do the program, the 4?
I did the 4 sessions,
Yeah.
and then I listened to the CDs. I think you had recommended about a month, but I went well beyond the month, well into the summer for months, listening to it every night. Then I got to the point that I kind of stopped listening to it for a bit, and then if I thought I was eating a little more than I should, I go right back onto the CDs.
Okay.
Okay, or I would call Tommy and go for a visit before a holiday or before a vacation just to keep myself in check.
Yeah.
And that has worked. And anytime I feel that I need reinforcement, I listen to the CDs at night.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm still doing that.
Are you?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
It's like getting your batteries recharged.
That's it.
And I understand that. Yeah. And I know what you were talking about. You know, you pick up a snack at night, and I think everybody has done it. Why are we sitting here eating a bowl of ice cream? I really wasn't hungry. I really didn't feel like it, but it was the thing to do because we were watching TV, you know?
Eating when we're not hungry. We all do it.
Yeah.
Stress, boredom, everybody else is doing it, but it's not good.
The cravings are just gone. They're gone.
See, that's surprising because you're eating less, but now you're saying the cravings also.
The cravings, because if the cravings weren't gone, then I would be going for those things. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think so.
And restaurants, too. I would automatically get whatever I want because I'm out to dinner and I'll start tomorrow. Now, I will go out to dinner and those things just don't appeal to me like they used to. Do I still like a cheeseburger? Yes, I do. But do I crave them and I can't wait to have it? No.
So there's nothing that you truly want that you have to fight to avoid?
There are things that I love, I still love, certain foods that I love, but now I can have a small portion and leave it at that.
Okay.
Yes.
Sensible eating.
Well,
Chocolate.
you know,
Is it chocolate or
Chocolate,
sweets?
ice cream,
Yeah,
sweets.
so instead of a whole bar, you can take
Yes.
2 little chunks and that's sufficient?
Yes.
And you feel full?
Or a couple of my kids' French fries, for example. I'll have a couple, I'll enjoy them, and that's it.
All right, we got 2 minutes.
Okay.
What do you want to tell? No advertising
No
unless you pay for
advertising,
it.
okay.
All right. What,
What do I want to say?
the biggest suggestion that you can make to people out there, I mean,
Yeah.
do you have a trial period? Do you have, and I didn't ask the cost because I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but we do know it's less expensive than the actual surgery.
Surgery is about $14,000. Anytime they cut you open, it's dangerous.
Yep.
Do you want me to tell you what
No,
the
we
price
already
is?
know that. Go to the price for something,
For
can
us.
you? Yep.
For our price, yeah.
Yep.
It's $495 for the 4 sessions.
Really?
Yeah, it's very reasonable.
Okay.
And I know other people that are charging $900 and more for this.
Okay.
Other hypnotists. If you come back for follow-up, it's only $75.
So it's $75 per visit.
No, it's $495 for 4 visits.
Right,
the
and the
initial.
additional, each visit is $75.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
what,
Yeah,
Tommy,
reinforcement.
Listen.
I know.
you know what, I'm Polish, but I'm not dumb.
I'm half Polish, too. The biggest thing is, we don't, it's not something we do to the person. They have to want to make the change. You have to want to make the
Yep.
change. I can't wave the magic wand.
Right.
If somebody wants that, I would say, keep your money, come back when you're ready.
Well, I have to think anybody that comes to you, automatically, they've taken that first step that they want, they need, and they recognize that they need something.
Right.
So that would be the first thing. It's that hypnosis thing. Michelle is waving to me, and she's, okay.
Is she hypnotized back
Well,
there?
I think she's hypnotized, yeah, or either that or you're going to go hypnotize her now.
Bruce is hypnotizing her.
I lost what I was thinking, but with 1 minute, we don't have a lot more
Yeah,
we
just
can say.
try hypnosis. I don't care where they go.
Okay.
You can make changes fast. It's not magic, but it can be magical. Some people can go into surgery with no anesthesia and with hypnosis and not feel pain. To me, that's amazing.
It is, and
so
something
stop-
I would never do. I
Yeah.
would do what Maria's doing. I would never
Stop
do surgery
smoking,
with no anesthesia.
weight control. We help people pass exams.
I know. Your dad's been on and telling
do
us
it-
that,
we-
smoking, everything,
Mass School of Law, they send us clients, students,
to learn how to
pass the exam by keeping them relaxed. They pass.
I love it.
It's great.
Well, folks, if you're interested in any of these good things, weight loss and what have you, call Jerry. Call Tommy V.
Yeah.
Jerry Valley.
He'll probably answer the phone.
Yes. Maria, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Tommy V, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you, Pat.
And thanks for joining us on In Focus.
Thank you.